Hello and welcome to It's Not So Lonely at the Top podcast. It's for business owners, leaders and high performers who know success can be both rewarding and challenging. I'm your host, Pete Rushmer, and each week I sit with brilliant people. They're people who have led, who have built, who have failed, who have recovered, grown and learned what leadership really takes behind the scenes. It's not a highlight reel conversation. We talk about decisions, doubts, pressures, purpose, resilience, and the lessons that shape us. Leadership doesn't have to be lonely with the right conversations, and that is all it takes to remind you you're not the only one carrying the weight. Let's get into it. Thanks for joining us today on today's episode of the InSlap podcast. Today, I am joined by someone who's very, very special. This woman... Why are you laughing?
You didn't just say I was special.
She's very special.
Twat.
It might be a bit of an unusual episode, a little bit of behind the scenes action, a little bit behind the curtain, lifting the lid on 14 years of marriage. It's 16 years since Mags and I met each other. This weekend that's just been as we're recording this, and here she is on the podcast. Woo!
Digging you out of a hole because somebody cancelled on you and I was a last minute thought, but it's fine.
So she wasn't an afterthought at all, honest. So today's podcast, I think should be quite good fun actually. Mags and I having a bit of a chat. So do you want to grab your coffee whilst I'm talking so you can have a little drink?
Yep.
Yeah, you swing it forward. That's it. Well done.
Oh, this is
and then you bring it close,
dangerous.
and then you're gonna just have to move your head out the way. Yeah, but you need to make sure that microphone goes back near you again. Look at me nagging her.
Okay.
It's usually the other way around. Everybody.
Oh, you liar.
Is coffee all right? So I had to get her Costa. Other coffees are available, but I had to get her Costa. But obviously
It's
we don't
nice,
want to
actually.
advertise Costa, so we put it in a mug.
It's good.
Is it okay? Coffee
It's
all
good.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. So we're going to structure the podcast 3 key areas. We're going to talk about the real Pete, because obviously it's about me anyway, right? But I thought it'd be interesting to lift the lid on us a little bit. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about our journey and how things have gone. And then the final set of questions are a bit about it being lonely at the top before a quick fire round at the end. Sound exciting? I'm excited. Should we get into it? Is there anything you want to tell people?
Nope.
Oh, you're really helpful. This is going to be a fantastic podcast.
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, okay, cool.
You don't know what that's in reference to, do you?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Absolutely fabulous. Patsy. I think she's in the scene with Dawn French.
Right.
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot. Don't worry about it.
We're literally going to sit here sniggering like Beavis and Butthead.
Sorry.
Jeez. Cool. So what's the most annoying thing about living with me?
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot. Sorry. Say again.
What's the most annoying thing about living with me?
How long have you got? There's. Do you want honesty?
You got to be honest, yeah.
Okay, well, there's a lot of lovely things about living with you, Pete.
Yeah, I didn't ask about
But
them,
you
though.
didn't ask about
No.
those. So this is what you asked. You can't throw it back at me later.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do what you said to me before we started,
I'm a
that
little
I've
bit
got to say
scared.
lovely things about you.
Yeah.
The most annoying thing.
Just remember the kids are going to
Most.
watch this as well, yeah?
Yeah. You are a little bit like a pops, aren't you? An old man. You are a little bit bedtime at 7. Not always possible, but if you could be in bed at 7 every day, you'd be in bed at 7 every day. Even at the weekend. In fact, actually, what's more annoying when it comes to the weekend is you have to plan the whole day to try and prioritise bedtime for as early as possible, even though we don't have to get up at 4 a.m. So that's one. That's one.
That's probably the most annoying thing, is it?
One. I don't know what... I'm not going to put this in order because it's just what's coming to the
I've
top
only
of my
asked for
head.
one thing. How many things you got?
Oh, no, I've got a few things. No, we've got to share them. You've asked. So, and I don't know which is more annoying. So
okay.
planning,
Right.
you have to plan.
So
the planning.
having to plan
Right,
everything.
planning everything.
Yeah. Second one is having to go to bed.
Well,
early.
we're on opposite ends of the scale, aren't we, with
Sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like a late night, you like an early morning. But at the weekend, there should be room for flexibility because it's the weekend.
Yeah, which means you should get up early too.
No.
You ask for flexibility.
No, we push it just a little bit later.
Right, okay.
That's normal because we've got the rest of our lives to sleep and we're not old yet.
Right. But sleep's important.
Yeah. It's just bringing me on to another problem we've got, right? Because
Jesus, this wasn't meant to be counselling.
No. But you don't want to like have fun and party so much. It's okay if it's about 3 PM.
Yeah.
But then you want to cut short when you're nearing bedtime. You start to give me death glare because we need to be getting home and getting our pajamas on and going to bed.
Yeah.
But on a Saturday night when we're with our friends, 9 o'clock the party's just getting started. That's not thinking about going home.
My party's not getting started at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. That's where there
I'm
needs to
getting
be
ready for bed at
flexibility.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, but flexibility, it's not every Saturday or every Friday. There's a little bit of flexibility is required there. Okay. I'm not even doing it for me. I'm doing it for our friends.
All I'm hearing is I'm a party pooper who needs to try and control everything and plan everything and has to go to bed early like an old man.
I get it. You're tired. You do a lot. I'm sorry.
That was the most condescending thing I've ever heard you say. Oh, jeez. Wow. Yeah. I hope people are enjoying listening to this as much as I am. It's quite funny. What habit do I have that drives you mad?
How long you got?
Again, yeah.
No, I don't know. It kind of all falls in the same as the annoying things of living with you. You snore.
Yep.
Your snoring's awful.
Okay.
The kids can sometimes hear you from their bedroom.
Mm.
That's fine because I can roll you on your side and it's better.
Yeah.
You usually roll back again.
Okay.
You don't put your stuff in the dishwasher. You don't. And then when
I try to remember to put things in the dishwasher.
No. When I'm frustrated with the kids because they've not cleaned up after themselves, you then call them all down and you tell them all off, and then in the background, your coffee cup, your lunch box is just sitting on the side. So I'm rolling my eyes, and then they can see it, and they don't take you seriously because they're laughing because I'm rolling my eyes at you because I'm get a load of this guy. Yeah. There's a few more. Yeah. Look, you've got loads about me.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I'm asking the questions. It's all good. So I'll ask better questions next time.
This sounds like I'm picking on you, but I've not asked the question. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it.
No,
there's stuff that I know get really frustrated with me, and I know sometimes it's like living with a child. Yeah. Because the weekends I want to party and go out.
What would people be most surprised to learn about me?
That you're not as clear and planned in your mindset of business as people would think. You appear very structured. You know exactly what you're doing, but that's not true, is it, Pete?
What do you mean that's not true?
That isn't true.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
No, you wake up with a new idea every day.
Right, okay.
Right, and then it gets battered away, and then maybe I'm talking to you about it the following day, about that amazing genius idea that you had.
Yeah.
And
that's entrepreneurial,
well, yeah, but are they all good ideas?
Well, no, they're not all good ideas. Yeah. I've got enough good ideas to make us multi-millionaires many times over. We just haven't got enough lifetimes from all.
Some of the ideas, though, come on. And they're every other hour. Let's be honest, they could be every other hour.
Okay, so I'm an ideas person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think look, it's not really criticising you, although
I wasn't asking
look
for.
like
I asked what would people be most surprised to learn about me.
I know, but that is you're almost taking it as a criticism because you're kind of like trying to defend.
I'm being defensive, yeah, for sure.
The answer, but I think people would be surprised with how many ideas you run past me most days. Yeah, like some of the walks we go on, and you start with. So I've been thinking, right, and as soon as that comes out, I'm like, oh my God, what now? What now? So I think people would find that surprising. I think they wouldn't find it surprising that you have ideas.
Yeah.
But the
amount.
Yeah, astonishing number and some of the crazy.
I feel like a crackpot. I feel like you're framing me as a crackpot inventor kind of person.
Yeah.
Amazing, thanks. Okay, here's an interesting one. Oh, interesting. I don't know, because I've made this quite about me, but I thought that would be interesting. Obviously, we'll talk more about you later. Am I the same person at home as I am on stage or when I'm working? Am I the same person in both places?
Yeah and no. You kind of are, but then obviously you're a much more relaxed version of yourself. Obviously, people don't see the dad in you. That's one of the great things about you. And you always criticise yourself. Have you spent enough time with the kids? What should I be doing more? What could I be doing? And then you're trying to separate your time with the kids. So you're very focused on the children at home, which is awesome. And people don't see that. But I also think you're incredibly hard on yourself because in reality, there's not enough hours in the day to spend that much time with the children. You already spend a lot, and you put, again, too much guilt on yourself trying to make sure that they've had equal amount of time, they're all happy. And this is why we've got the lifestyle that we've got, right? You're out, you're driving Flagship in your businesses, and we are a little bit old-fashioned. Yes, I'm working in Flagship, but most of the stuff and my priorities and duties are being at home with the children. So they're actually incredibly lucky, and they get a lot of me time. But then you almost try and equal it. But I don't know whether that's because you're competitive and you get jealous because I get to spend more time with the kids, right? So that's you being competitive. Yeah. Right. You want to be the favourite parent. But yeah, no,
I am the favourite parent.
So people obviously don't see that side of you. So yes, you can't. You are the same person. You just there's just a different part of you.
Right. Okay. I feel really proud of that answer. Thanks.
Oh, well, I have been a bit horrible.
No, it's fine. But I'll take that answer. To be fair, I like that. Okay. What am I genuinely terrible at?
Singing. You are completely tone deaf. Snoop Doggy Dog. I hope the kids watching that because they'll get that reference.
That. Yeah.
Don't cut that out because that's the only bit that they'll find interesting about this.
Right, okay.
Yeah, no, you are completely tone deaf. I think it's amazing that you were ever in a band. And you even sang at one point, you said, in that band.
Yeah, I can like sing in tune with other people.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I was in a barbershop.
It's not even that you've got a terrible voice. It's you're never in beat with anything. It's really bizarre.
Oh, okay.
It's, yeah. What is that noise?
There's building work going on.
Oh.
It's amazing, isn't it?
But somebody had a bad bum. Oh, that's the other thing as well.
All right.
And
well,
it doesn't
I
really
asked about what I'm
question.
terrible at. You've missed your opportunity. You've missed your boat. If you're going to talk about flatulence, you've missed your boat, mate.
You can be a bit smelly. Sorry. I know that was
This is absolute character assassination.
Well, you've done this to yourself.
I'm not having this.
If you cut all this out.
God, they're noisy, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Noisy builders. We're really sorry, listeners. There's some building work going on. Thankfully, it's not a serious podcast, so happy days. Right. Where did I get to? What am I genuinely terrible at? Singing. I thought you were going to give it. I thought you were going to give it some DIY.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
DIY, you are awful. Yeah. That's actually, you are pretty much an all-rounder. You can do everything. You turn your hand. I've said to people, like, and I don't want to upset anyone by saying this, but you could probably spend a day with a midwife and learn the basics.
I'll be the best midwife
and
within
then
half
start,
a day.
yeah,
Sure.
and then start delivering babies, because you are confident enough, and you're like a sponge. You absorb information. You remind me a little bit of Michael Scofield in Prison Break. You're very smart. I will give you that. You're very clever. And
I
you
love
absorb,
that.
Yeah, you absorb
Yeah.
information. You're very, very clever.
I'm holding
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Hang
yeah.
on. Michael Scofield. If anyone's not watched Prison Break, watch Prison Break. I love that reference.
You're not supposed to linger on this. but
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
give you
well,
that.
I've got to linger on the
but
positives.
there's got to be a downside. There's
Yeah,
got to be a
okay.
downside, and that is DIY is awful. In fact,
It's not that awful. I can hang stuff.
straight. Can you hang stuff straight?
Yeah, with a spirit level.
No. No. And usually, if you have to drill a hole, you've made a mistake first, and you're like, right, we're going to have to cover that up. If you can put a plant pot in front of that, you've tried to put a shelf up, you've made a hole in the wrong part of the wall. So let's be honest, a lot of the DIY stuff that's happened at home, if it's not muscle work or doesn't take too much input, then I do a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to do it. And it's not that I'm very good either. It's just maybe sometimes I can hang things up straighter than you can.
Right, let's move on to the next question.
That was getting boring, right?
No. It's a DIY. So I'm terrible at DIY
Singing.
and singing.
Tone deaf.
Have you got a third one that you want to nail me for?
You're not a great cook, are you, Pete? You're good at a barbecue.
I smash a barbecue. I'm a good cook. I make a good roast. Do I not make a good roast?
Yeah. When was the last time you made a roast?
Oh, okay. So I'm terrible at being a regular cook then, or cooking regularly.
I think you've cooked a roast. You've done barbecues. I think you've done a pasta dish. I don't think you've ever, when I say pasta dish, you've just warmed up some pasta. And I don't think, what have you ever cooked?
Not a lot, to be fair.
Yeah. I think that's
You
valid
are
then.
fussy though, aren't you?
No. Coffee. With my coffee, I'm fussy. But you get it right now.
I do. Yeah, I count
Took a while.
I count the granules.
Took a while. Can we then just say what you're great at? Because you are great at bringing me a cup of coffee in the morning. You do it every morning. That is
skill.
amazing.
It's a skill, isn't it? Bringing you coffee in the morning.
That is amazing. No, but it is because you.
I'm stopping.
Bring it
I'm
in
giving
a
up
flask.
now after all this negativity.
Oh no, I take it back then. No, I've got brownie points because I've turned up here for you today when somebody cancelled, right?
Yeah, I've got brownie points.
Okay, and you did say honesty.
I did say honesty. I said you could be honest. Okay, who's more stubborn, me or you? And I know the right answer is, so don't be bullshitting people. Who is more stubborn?
You're already shaping the answer now.
Go for it. Go on. Who's more stubborn, me or you?
Right. I actually don't think it's not straightforward as it's just me. I know it's me. I know I'm stubborn. I know. And I know I'm a bit fiery and a bit hot-headed. I know. Poor you. You
Poor
picked it though.
me. Poor me.
You picked me. I was surprised as much as anyone else when you proposed. You obviously like it. Anyway. But when you are stubborn, it comes as surprise. Okay, so you're not very stubborn. I was going to say it's quite surprising when you're stubborn because it doesn't happen very often. But you do dig your heels in deep when you are stubborn about something. When your mind's made up, there's no changing.
What sort of thing do I dig my heels in on?
I mean, if you've made your mind up that you're buying Man United tickets, like you go round the houses around, they're expensive. I won't do it. I won't, because you know full well that I'm going to go, it's fine, you work hard, Pete, if that's what you want to spend your money on. But you've already made your mind up. So one time I might just test you on that. I put my foot down and go, absolutely not.
I thought you were going to come up with something really principled then, like to make me look amazing, that I'm really stubborn when something really matters. And you went with United tickets.
I don't know,
it's fine.
It's been recent though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is recent.
It's a recent one.
To give people the story behind that, I did cancel my United tickets, and then they did a Sky on me, didn't they? Rung me back. Oh, please don't cancel. We'll give you these, and they'll be less expensive. Yeah, okay then. I'll take those.
It was never really going to go anywhere. Yeah, you
I had
always
cancelled
gonna...
though, so I
Yeah.
had cancelled that. That's not a lie. Okay, what's the most ridiculous business idea I've ever had? Now that we know you're the most stubborn, by the way, what's the most ridiculous business idea I've ever had? I can think of one, and I'm interested to see if you are thinking of the same one. And it was before I started Flagship.
Well, there's two then, because
Okay.
I think I know what one you're talking about. But can
Yeah.
I go with the one that I was going to say?
Yeah, go for it.
Towif. I think that was ridiculous.
Oh, what, the only way is Flagship?
Yeah.
Oh, right, as a
It was
as a
really
video
cringe.
concept.
I don't think
yeah.
it was ridiculous. I just think it was really cringe.
Trying to do it behind the scenes at
Yeah,
Flagship.
it
It's still
was-
on YouTube. It's still out there
It's
for people want to go and
embarrassing,
watch.
to be honest. I'm like, no, why would you say that? Why are you
Should I take it
sending
down?
people there?
Oh, okay.
Nah, I don't think it's. I don't think you need to try and hide it that it was ever done and take it down, because it's a memory of things we've got
Part
wrong,
of the journey.
right?
Yeah, things we've done
So it's
wrong,
kind
yeah.
of a bit of a story,
Mm-hmm.
but it was very, very cringe. I get it wasn't. It's harsh saying it was a silly business idea,
Yeah.
because I get where your mind was going with it, but it was just never going to work. It was quite early days in a sense of Flagship, really. And we were still trying to find ourselves anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it was too unpredictable.
Yeah.
And again, it was just very cringy. But the one you're talking about, I think, is this gym video. Oh, I don't know what the type of exercise it was called. It wasn't a High Rocks thing.
It was insanity.
Insanity. You wanted to do your own version of Insanity.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was ridiculous.
Does anyone remember Insanity? Insanity was a video-based like HIIT workout way before High Rocks. We're talking like 15 years ago, probably, that Insanity would have come out.
But you were hell-bent talking on to gym owners to get them to get involved, and nobody really wanted to give you the time of day. But
Yeah, you're right. I remember I emailed people about it, didn't I?
yeah, you were
Oh,
like,
wow.
I'm going to do my next lot of it. Again, not ridiculous, but you weren't really. We couldn't afford the gym in those days,
Yeah.
so you weren't connected with anyone from the gym. We had a real shitty home gym.
I'd bought off Gumtree.
Yeah, so you didn't know anyone in that community, and then randomly you're sending emails to people trying to get them to create this version of your own Insanity workout, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy who thinks he can just make it big time with his own workout? I actually think you would do better wearing Lycra and doing your own video and sending it
What,
to
like Mr.
them.
Motivator?
I think
Like white Mr.
I
Motivator.
think it would have gone down better if you might have got a response from them.
Thanks.
Is that the one you were thinking of?
I was thinking about a recruitment consultancy for working mums.
I don't remember that one. There's been a lot.
That was an idea. I didn't really do much with it, to be fair, but it was a stupid idea. If you had to describe me in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh, sexy. No, sorry. Too much not for the podcast.
That was
no?
awkward. That was awkward. People are listening in the car going, "Ugh."
I was thinking, what would you want me to say?
All right.
No, 3 words. You've got a lot of energy, so how would you
Energetic.
describe that? Yeah.
Driven.
Oh, look at you. These are what you want me to describe.
No,
it as.
no. I'm not influencing you. I was just suggesting words for you.
Yeah, no, energetic, driven has got to be one, to be fair. That's a good word for you. But
Intelligent.
you can have intelligent, but that's not one of my choices.
Oh,
You had that
okay.
earlier.
Right, okay.
But it's funny.
It's hot in here, isn't it?
You are a very patient person. I was about to say you're not naturally an empath. You have to work on being empathetic. But strangely and weirdly, it goes against what I'm saying, I know, and it makes no sense at all, but you are actually very empathetic and caring. Like, you are a very, very warm person. I think it's hard to sum you up in 3 words.
Oh, okay. What? Because I'm a bit confusing.
You are, because you are very warm. You are very caring. You do want to help people. You really put a lot on yourself to help others around you at the
Amazing
detriment
timing.
of yourself.
Yeah. Amazing
And
time
at
in
me,
that building.
actually.
Yeah.
And at me, actually, because you're always exhausted and telling me that you're knackered and there's not enough hours in the day and you feel overwhelmed and you're tired. And then lo and behold, hang on, I've got to go because a secondary school has asked for my help. And you're out the door. So you are, that's kind of, like I say, energetic. You're not a natural empath, but you are caring and warm and you want to help people. This is all sickening, isn't it? You're annoying.
I'm really enjoying it.
You're annoying. You're so annoying, Pete.
Hang on, I was just enjoying that a minute. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then it got interrupted by
I've
the
kind
drilling,
of
didn't it?
tailored off the 3 words. I don't like that, trying to sum people up in
3 words.
3 words. I
So
don't like that.
empathetic and energetic. More empathetic than you realise. Tired, but also going to help people. Interesting.
And
then
annoying.
massively irritating. Yeah.
Irritating.
Yeah. Okay. Well done on not achieving 3 words then.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I was gonna have a little dig about your vocabulary, but I won't. It's fine. What's my most used?
And can we go back to, things that's really annoying about you?
Yeah. What's my most used phrase?
Most used phrase.
I know which one I think the team would say, because Shani always used to say it. But I don't know what you'd say.
Well, just for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there. If it makes sense, but they'll
That
get
makes
it.
no sense to me. I'm not sure the kids are going to sit through this, particularly if you
I'm going to
sexy
fast forward
earlier.
just to show them that, because they'll
Right,
be like,
okay.
brilliant, mum. Because you put a voice on, and no, this isn't a phrase, but you put a voice on when you're talking to certain people, like in the shop. Hello there. What's that all about?
You
go
make
all
me
soft
sound like
and high
Will
pitch.
off The In-Betweeners.
That's what Tallulah got. That's what Tallulah said. It's like Will from In-Betweeners.
You made me sound like Will from The In-Betweeners.
So when you said your most used phrase, I can't help but think of those ones, not work ones. Work ones are
okay.
boring.
Okay. Well, that's a learning curve.
Well, I don't listen to you at work, to be honest, Pete. I'm sorry. It's different,
Thanks.
Pete. It's yeah.
Work, Pete. Okay.
Yeah.
What nickname would you give me?
Perfect, Pete.
I knew you were going to go with that.
Did you?
Yeah. Why Perfect Pete then?
Because it's so frustrating for me that you're so annoyingly perfect. Obviously, you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But people see you as wonderful and perfect. They don't see the faults, which is great, but they don't see that you keep leaving your packed lunchbox out and not putting it away. They don't hear your snoring.
Farting.
No, but it is frustrating that you
Wanting to go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, apart from the DIY, they can't see that. Well, they just see the perfectness in you, which is why I love you and why I married you, right? So I see it. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't also very irritating, because I have far more flaws than you, and you know, because I'm not very good at kind of being a different person, as in what I mean by that is being professional. So there's not a professional version of me, whereas you can be very professional and show what you need to show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know how to do that. I'm TMI. I share everything with people. If I want to cry,
TMI, too much information. Yeah.
Yeah, if I want to cry in front of people,
Too
I will.
emotional. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas you're not like that. You're complete. You're complete opposite to. You're very controlled. You're very good at controlling your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that looks quite perfect on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love that you're like that.
Nice. All I heard was I'm very competent.
Yeah, I know you'd hear that because that's you.
Competent and capable. That's what I heard. That's my professional head on. Right. We're going to move away from the real me. Next set of questions around the journey.
Okay.
16 years the journey's been.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
Yeah, I think we're quite different.
Yeah, we've
Very
come a long way. And we're different people, aren't we?
Yeah,
From
very.
16 years ago as well.
Yeah.
So, when we first met, did you think I'd end up doing what I do today?
Not exactly, but yes. I think after a couple of months of us dating and being together, you used to talk about how much money you're going to earn and how great you're going to be and how in control of your life you're going to be. Sorry, I've done a little burp there. Tallulah would be proud. Excuse me.
It was a quiet burp.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not really a surprise then?
Well, yeah and no. Again, yeah and no. I obviously didn't know exactly what you were going to be doing. I didn't know we'd be sitting here doing this. So this is a surprise, yeah. But I knew that you'd be successful because you were always very driven.
Okay. This episode of It's Not So Lonely at the Top podcast is brought to you by InSlat Mastermind and Coaching. If you're tired of trying to solve everything alone, this is your room. InSlat Mastermind brings together ambitious leaders who want to grow their business, level up their thinking, and build a like-minded community to support their growth. InSlat is strategy, it's accountability, it's growth and community with no fluff and no BS. To find out more, connect with me, Pete Rushmer, on LinkedIn or visit inslat.co.uk. What's the biggest change you've seen in me over the years?
So this is a little bit of a negative, and I don't really feel
Go for it. No, go for it. It's
I
okay.
see you.
I told you to be honest, and that will end up making sure that it's balanced.
The biggest change is your stress levels and your overwhelm.
Mm-hmm.
You have always been, and still to some extent are, kind of good. You know, you're always very. If you're going to be at a meeting for 2:00, you'll be there at a meeting for 2:00. Now you might be 5 or 10 minutes late, and a lot of it is because you've packed too much into your day now that you struggle to manage because you want to do everything and you are only one person, and it's not necessarily because you feel the need to have to control everything. You enjoy genuinely being really, really busy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say that many years ago, you were able to relax a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't the stress levels, there wasn't the overwhelm. Whereas now, because you've packed your plate so full, and it's not necessarily always work stuff, it will be the hobbies that you like doing. And again, trying to do everything you can with the kids, trying to do things with me, and there's not enough of you. So you are quite stressed now in comparison to when I first met you.
Okay.
So you need to slow down.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bit of feedback there for me. Okay. What's the hardest period of our journey together been?
Having 3 babies under the age of 3 was very tricky.
I'd have said that the same answer, yeah.
You out to work, earning a decent wage, but probably decent-ish.
Hardly, yeah.
But then obviously me on maternity leave. And then I think by baby, we already had Shannon when we met. So Shannon was 5, I think, when we had Lolly.
Yeah.
And then 11 months later came Roman. Again, 11 months came Tallulah.
Yeah.
So I think by Tallulah, baby number or child number 4.
Child number 4, baby number 3.
It was that point I had called my employer and just said, I don't think I'm going to be able to return. We can't afford the childcare. So at that point we were down to 1 wage, and that was really, really tricky. I remember, and I say this a lot to people, and I won't forget it, that time when we had been saving for a long time to take the kids on a little holiday. I think it was a Monday to Friday Haven holiday caravan holiday, and we'd gone away on holiday, and we came back, and you weren't due to be paid till the following day, and I think we had about 62p in the bank, and all we had in the freezer was some Tesco's everyday value frozen veg. There was a little tiny bit left, and a bag of pasta and a nub of cheese. And I'd cooked up, it was disgusting, wasn't it? Cooked up pasta and some veg, mixed it together, grated a bit of cheese on top. And yeah, that was our meal. I mean, the kids, I think, enjoyed it, but it was disgusting.
Yeah.
And that was a bit of a low moment. Although I say it was a low moment, we were all really happy, weren't we? We were happy.
We were happy.
We
were poor.
We just had
happy.
a crappy dinner. Yeah, because rent was through the roof. We had to be in the larger house because we'd done everything backwards.
Did it all the wrong way around, didn't we?
Yeah, the kids first. Then we got married. Then we eventually were able, with a bit of support,
to buy a house, yeah.
To buy a house, yeah.
We've helped to buy, weren't it? And yeah, so one of our I remember sort of a similar time. Do you remember us going to Aldi and they didn't accept credit cards? I wrote about it in the book, actually. I felt really worthless then.
Yeah.
So we went and did a food shop week. Do you remember that? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
I do, because
we had to
just stood
abandon
there.
a weekly
it was
food
very
shop
embarrassing.
because we didn't have enough money to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't accept credit cards.
We had
in
nothing
Aldi.
else.
Didn't have any money.
Yeah, no, it was. Though it was hard then, but I do remember us being happy. I also remember me being with the 3 babies at home, and also trying to keep Shannon happy. And then you coming home from work, and I was so exhausted or stressed that I'd hand you one of the babies and go, right, it's your turn as soon as you walk through the door. And I'd go upstairs, and this is sounding really glum, but I'd have a little cry, wouldn't I? A little stressed cry, and then I'd come out and you'd be brilliant. But then I look at when it was bedtime for the babies, and we'd take them upstairs, and I'd just lay out in their bedroom on the floor. There'd be a couple of toys out and books, and they'd have their bottles of milk, and they'd be crawling around. They'd crawl over on top of me. Then you'd lay down on the floor as well. They'd crawl on you. And I remember those moments, and I think that was beautiful. That was like really lovely.
Yeah.
So it was hard, but it was also nice.
Yeah. So it is nice hearing you talk about it. I actually feel a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit emotional you talking about it, but like I remember I felt really bad, like that I wasn't good enough or doing enough. Or
again, this is where you go back to feeling guilty. You were bringing in the pennies.
Yeah, and they were pennies, weren't they? They were pennies. There were times when I thought, like, do you know what I mean? That you'd be better off.
We had everything we needed.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have been better off. We had everything we needed.
Nice. Okay. Is there ever a moment you've thought, what on earth is he doing?
Yeah, actually. Usually when, again, we're out with friends and I'm having a few too many wines and I'm trying to bang out the worm on the dance floor, and and you are looking over, and I look at you and I think, why did he pick me? Because I told no lies, Pete. I mean, I am the same person. Maybe he thought I'd grow up a little bit more. Yeah, no.
I didn't think at 41 you'd still be banging out the slide after a few wines. The slide, the
worm. Although
worm,
I've hung up my worming hat now.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, because of my injured chin.
That's good to know.
Falling on my face.
You did have a blue chin for a few weeks.
That looked like a goatee.
Yeah, that was the last wedding we got invited to. We've never been invited to a wedding since.
Yeah, that is a good point. Hang on, can I just go back? Because I'm talking about me wanting to go out and party. This is not every weekend. What would you say?
Yeah.
What would you say?
Yeah.
Once a month?
This is fair.
Once every 2 months?
I was going to say, because you've mentioned partying a few times, so people will listen and think that you're a party animal. And probably you're not so much.
No.
Like you used to like a party 16 years ago when we first met.
I'm not at nightclubs. But what I mean is if we go to a friend's house say for drinks on a Saturday
you're
evening.
guaranteed to overstay your welcome.
Yeah,
You're
I wanna
guaranteed to
drag it
get
out.
too drunk. Yeah.
I want to drag it out.
Yeah. You're guaranteed to get fed up when
When
I
you
say it's
say
home
too
time.
drunk, I don't think I do get too drunk.
No,
I get
okay.
fun drunk.
Okay.
It's too drunk for you because you want to go home to bed. I think I get fun drunk. This is when, the twerking in the kitchen will start. Not that I can twerk, but that's all fun, no?
No, it is. But I think the point we were making was that you're not like out partying every weekend. It's maybe like once a month or once every 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, it's just when we get together with friends and stuff. I drag it out because they're fun.
You enjoy a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm boring.
No, you're not boring, but you would much rather meet everyone early at the gym
Yeah.
and then go for a coffee and a walk.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, there you go. We're just different. So compromise. We do a lot of walks, Pete.
We do a bit of
We do
walking.
a lot of picnics.
We do a bit of walking. It sounds good to me. I don't mind a bit of daytime stuff. It's like in the evening and we live in Peterborough and there's twats and stuff like that. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know, last time we went for a nice drink. We went for nice drinks out in Peterborough the other week, and literally there was like, people off their faces being aggressive.
Was, yeah.
Being aggressive.
It was.
And
But I was happy to go home, right?
I don't need. Yeah, true. Okay, cool. What are you most proud of?
Our children. Is that not where I was supposed to go? Because you're staring at me.
No, it was
I
a
supposed to
short
say something
answer.
with business?
No. Our children is absolutely a great answer, and I totally agree with you. What I was looking for was a bit more detail. What is it that makes you proud of it? Yeah, what is it that you're most proud of? Right,
so I'm going to go
about the kids?
individually. So obviously I'll start from eldest to youngest. Again, how long have you got? Because Shannon is the most amazing kid in my eyes because she has had it quite difficult in comparison to the others as a start. So obviously Shannon's dad and I separated and it was just me and Shannon, and I struggled on my own, postnatal depression. To get through that, I threw myself back into work, and I'd say that nursery kind of brought her up a little bit at the start. She got to school and she struggled a little bit initially with, could she be dyslexic? And then fast forward, she's now 20 and she's studying medical sciences, wanting to go further to become a doctor, and she's done amazingly. So I couldn't be prouder. But they're all so different, right? You've then got Lolly with cerebral palsy, hemiplegia, and she is faced with her own challenges. And she has found it in more recent years difficult with bullying, and she finds school hard, right? But she always gives everything she's got. Like she has decided at 15 that she kind of wants to almost forget that she has cerebral palsy. She's given up on all her aides to support her, and that's her choice. And I get it, because at 15 you want to look good. You don't necessarily want to wear special shoes and wear the splints. She's into boys. She's got a boyfriend, so I completely get that. So I have to respect that. But at the same time, she's pushing. I think it just shows strength in her character. She's like, no, I've listened to my physios and specialists all my life. I've got my aids, but this is what's right for me, and this is where I'm going to take it forward. And she hasn't dropped all those aids to then not do anything and become kind of sheltered. She's actually more outgoing, and she just seems firm in what she wants. And she's obviously going to do this trek to Borneo and go away for a month. And actually, out of the 4 children we have, she's the one who I think is the bravest and can actually manage Borneo, and I think you'd probably agree. Roman, he is often the light in the house. Let's be honest, he's a funny character. He is, when Roman's good, he is hilarious. And every single one of us loves spending time with Roman because he's so funny. He's a little bit tricky because he's 14 and he goes into stroppy moods. But most of the time, he is the light and soul. He's just a funny kid. And again, he's not particularly interested in school, but he loves sports. He, again, is really outgoing. He'll chat to people. He's probably the most confident around talking to people. And he's completely different to the others. So super proud of that. And then we have Tallulah, who is a kind of mini version of you that gets inside her own head. She's incredibly academic, wants to be great at everything, feels like she just has to be the best sports person, get the best maths grades and all of this. So she puts a lot of pressure on herself, but then has had huge challenges with her own mental health and her eating, but has come a long way to kind of overcome. I say overcome, you never probably completely get through stuff like that, but she's in a really good place at the moment. And she's only 13, so she kind of took a lot on her shoulders as a 13-year-old to then become this amazing human being that's kind of the best version of herself at the moment. We're all going to have dips and have ups and downs, but at the minute she's in a great place. And for me, yes, she's academic and she finds school relatively easy in comparison to, say, Lolly and Roman. But that stuff isn't important as such. They will all find their own way, regardless of how they're performing at school. It's about them being happy and knowing themselves and having the strength to kind of move forward. And all four of them have got that. So I know I've banged on a lot about the kids, but I am so proud of them. They're our life. They're my life. They're our life.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, I love that.
I do.
Proud of them, aren't you?
Yeah, that's really boring for a podcast.
I don't
cares.
know. I think no. I know what
nobody
you're thinking.
cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, you might feel like that, but I think people have found it interesting listening because you light up when you talk about them, which is lovely.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question. It makes it very much about me again. It feels a bit weird asking this question because it comes back on me, and actually you've just been talking about the kids, which is really important, and I hardly ever talk about them on the podcast, obviously, not in general. If you're listening, kids, like in general, I meant obviously on the podcast.
He does love you, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, but people don't tune in to listen to me ramble about the kids.
Yeah.
What's something I've achieved that meant more to you than it did to me? It's an interesting question.
Something you've achieved
that's meant more to you than it has to me. If you can't answer it, it's cool, because that is a bit of an obscure question.
Maybe come back to it.
Yeah. What sacrifices do people not see that we've been through in growing Flagship and that kind of stuff?
I don't think people realise. I mean, I think that people say they do, but I don't think people realise we have sacrificed our time together as a family. Like, we do spend a lot of time with each other, and we all know I like a holiday, right? Mm-hmm. But we're never fully switched off. We are on holidays where your phone calls are flying in, your emails are important. There's stuff that needs to happen. You can never switch off completely when you're in your own business, and lots of people out there will understand that and get that. So I think we've sacrificed our family time, even though we do spend a lot of time with each other. It's the pros and cons, isn't it? We've got great flexibility with what we're both doing, but at the same time, we never completely get away and switch off. So I'd say time, we sacrifice our time quite a bit.
Nice. It's interesting because the next question was around how has entrepreneurship affected the family?
With that reason, obviously time, but I actually think it's really valuable for the kids because they've come into work with us. Now, often half terms come, not so much now they're teenagers and they're probably safe to be at home monging around in their pajamas for half a day. But especially, only a couple of years ago now, they were dragged into work with us. If we were doing events, they'd sometimes come along to events with us. They'd help set up events. They'd be in the office colouring in. I might have a first aid course going on, and you're in the office trying to work, and they're sitting at a desk colouring in. They've got their tablets and they're watching movies. So I think it's affected them both positively, again, pros and cons, because they've kind of had an insight into the business and what it takes. And they've had a bit of work experience that a lot of kids their age wouldn't have had.
Yeah.
But they may have sacrificed some of their free time and chill time and walks to the park and those sorts of things that they still had, but maybe not as much as the average kid.
Nice.
I can't even remember the question now.
How has entrepreneurship affected the family? And you gave a positive answer, which was nice.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's got really loud outside, haven't they? Can you hear them all? I hope it isn't getting
But I think
picked
we might
up.
be missing out on something.
It sounds like we're missing out on a party. I feel like going and
an
going.
Opportunity for a party, Pete.
Yeah. No, I feel like sticking my head out of the studio and going, "Can you shut up, please?" I'm just hoping the podcast doesn't pick it up. To be fair, I'm looking at the sound thing and it looks like it's not being picked up. So people are going to be listening going, we don't know what they're talking about. But it sounds like there's a proper party going on outside, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one's a bit more about lonely at the top and it's not so lonely at the top.
Yeah.
Do you think leadership can be lonely?
Yeah, definitely. I think it can be for more so for you, and I'm speaking on what I can see from you, because I think you get pushed and pulled into different directions depending on other people's needs. People aren't really understanding the challenges that you've got from other people, so you're trying to please everyone, even me and the kids, as opposed to people that we work with. I don't really think anyone can truly understand where your mind's at and how busy it is. So I think that must be lonely. Not even me, because I know we're in this together, right? But we've got our separate roles, if you like. And again, I go back to us being a bit old-fashioned, and it's the way we like it. It's the way we've chosen it. We've kind of both got our roles. But I work in Flagship. I'm more of an employee rather than a director. So look, we've got 4 kids, so I have to, right? When I get home, I have to completely switch off. You start trying to talk to me about Flagship stuff, and half the time I'm not listening. I switch off because I need to speak to the kids about whatever has happened at school that day or whatever. So I feel like sometimes you must feel quite lonely in that headspace, because even though you're trying to share it with me or maybe some of the team of what's going on, I don't think anyone truly understands. Although you have got a few connections with some other business owners where you perhaps have the similar challenges. So in that sense, maybe it's not lonely when you can share things with them. So is it your mastermind group? That's probably really helpful for you as much as it is for other people that join.
It is, yeah.
But at times, I think it must feel a bit lonely. I waffled there, didn't I? I've waffled for a lot.
It was a nice answer, though. It was a nice answer. Thank you. When am I at my best? After a 2-week holiday, usually.
You are. No. So you have little cycles of huge overwhelm. You've got so much work going on. You're at your best when you've had a good few days of solid head down, do not interrupt. So when you feel like you've got ahead of the game, you then have your gym session, sauna, jacuzzi, whatever. Once you feel like you've got a bit on top of your work and maybe a bit further, you're then at your best. That's when you're at your happiest, you're most energized.
When am I at my worst?
The opposite end of that, when it's always towards the end of a holiday where you haven't you haven't completely again switched off from work, but you've maybe switched 60% of work off so you can relax. You'll still get up on holiday early in the morning to do emails, and then you'll time, you know, after lunchtime, you'll go up into the room and you'll do some calls and things for work, but you've still switched off 60% of work so you can get some relaxation done. So the end of that week's holiday, you'll get into the few days, the last couple of days, and then the overwhelm starts to pick up on the anxiety of how much work you've got to go back to. And that's when you're at your worst, because you are zoned out from us at that point, which I understand.
Which holidays are you thinking specifically about?
Any family,
really?
any family holidays. You know yourself. The last couple of days, it's a lot the same for anyone, right? So you're getting towards the end of your holiday, people get holiday blues. You know, you got to go home, back to the real world. So everyone gets that. But I think for you, you have maybe quite a bit more than the average person going on with work. So you then start to feel it, and then drips in any holiday we have, any few days we have off. Although, to be fair, the most recent, I think we used to think longer holidays would be best for you because you take a few days to switch off. But actually, what I'm noticing is short and often breaks, because we went away to Alton Towers for a few days, and that was the best few days we've had, I think, because you only had a few days off, and it was over a bank holiday, so not much was going on anyway for work. You were really relaxed and you had a good time. You were smiling a lot, laughing a lot.
Yeah. I'll try not to. It felt awkward smiling then. How do you know when I'm carrying too much stress?
Your face is very red and you have these little veins that stick out, and you have angry eyes.
Really?
Yeah. You have the frown.
Okay.
The frown. So that your body language really shows it when you're stressed.
What advice would you give business owners, partners, if they were listening?
There's nothing you can do in that moment when they're stressed other than keep out the way. I feel like when you're in that zone, the more I am, what can I do to help? Or you don't need to get so stressed about it. Like, why don't you it doesn't help. It just distracts you even more. So I just need to accept that you need your time to focus on what you need to fix and get done. And I know that when you've got through that period or that moment or that workload, you'll then come back anyway. So I just, let you do you. I don't really know what other advice I can give. I've recently I've spent more time, because let's be honest, you and I have always been so close, and I've kind of done everything with you. And yes, I've had friends, but I don't tend to do much outside of you and I and the kids. Anything I plan, even when it's like shopping or doing something for me that's fun, I always plan it with you and work around you. And I've more recently learned to accept that you just don't always have that time. I'm not saying you don't have enough time for me, but I need to be a bit fairer and actually start looking at other people that are close to me and start spending a little bit more time with them, just to feel my need of getting myself outside the house and away from the kids to be me. And I think, and you'd probably agree, over the past couple of years, I've spent a lot more time now planning stuff with friends rather than just relying on you to come somewhere with me, because you've always been my safety blanket.
Right.
You really have. It's after having the children and being at home, being a little bit of a bubble, I think my confidence really dropped. But you've helped me pick up my confidence, which means I don't always need you there so much. So I have a bit more confidence now to go out with friends and kind of feel that need rather than relying on you to do that for me.
Sure.
I don't know if that helps anyone else, but that's just how it is.
Get some friends, get a hobby.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Quick fire round.
Okay.
I know the answer to this, but just for listeners, tea or coffee?
Coffee.
With?
Lion.
With a lion. Morning Pete or evening Pete?
Well, it's morning, Pete, but sometimes in the morning you're too much for me because you've been awake a couple of hours by the time I wake up. But
Too energetic in the morning.
Yeah, you're a morning.
Who's most likely to cry at a film?
Me.
Who's the most likely to get lost?
Me.
Who's the most likely to start a new project?
You.
Who's most likely to spend money?
You.
Oh.
Oh, come on. Really? Come on.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty low maintenance.
You are low maintenance. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What? No. What were you going to say?
No. I was going to say, I feel like you spend it more regularly. When I spend it, I just spend more of it.
That's probably fair.
Is that fair? Okay, cool.
Your credit card's usually higher than mine.
Yeah,
and you do nitpick at my credit card, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Because then I compare it to yours.
Yeah, but those Amazon deliveries seem to come thick and fast.
You keep ordering pens we don't need.
Okay. Stationery is important. One word that sums up our marriage.
Busy.
Oh, I thought you were going to go romantic or something.
No.
Busy.
It's busy.
Okay.
That's really unromantic.
That is really unromantic.
That is how it is. Life's really busy. You're like the busiest person I know. And I think I'm possibly one of the busiest. Maybe I'm possibly one of the busiest people you know.
Probably. Yeah.
We have all of our kids do so many extra activities outside of school. On top of work, we've made life difficult for ourselves, but
we live life to the full, Mrs. Rushmer.
Okay, all right, that's fucking cheese board.
Important cheese board. It was an important reframe.
Yeah,
it's called a reframe, Mags.
We fill every hour, don't we?
Yeah. We live life to the full.
Yeah. So how can I not say it's busy?
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I need to get better at. Quick fire.
Massages.
One thing I should never change.
Making me cups of coffee in the morning.
Okay, cool. Right then. The final quick fire questions, which are for oh man, where have they gone? Let me find them. The quick fire questions, which I ask everyone on the podcast. I should just know them off pat, but I don't anymore because I've just been too busy asking you stuff.
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot.
Say again, sorry?
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot.
Right,
I'm gonna send you that clip later so you get it.
What clip's that?
Oh, absolutely fabulous.
How do you develop yourself?
This is quick fire. You know I've got a slow brain.
Yeah, I know.
It takes me a while for the dots to...
Five podcast questions that I ask everybody. How do you develop yourself?
By asking the team and you, what do you need me to do because I'm bored?
3 tips for success.
Sleep. Wine. Friends.
Nice. Advice for your younger self.
Stop overthinking shit.
What sacrifices have you made?
My own time. Time for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want specifics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Discipline or motivation, which is more important to you?
Discipline.
And why?
Probably because I'm a little bit of a loose cannon and I could land myself in trouble if I did all the things that I just wanted to do.
So you have to have
because
discipline.
I'm
to
a
stop
little
yourself.
bit mental. I am a bit unhinged.
Okay.
Yeah, you know this.
I think you've come across really well in this podcast.
Really?
I think you're letting yourself down at the last minute here.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I am though. You said honesty.
Yeah.
I am a bit bonkers. I have to remind myself that you get in trouble doing that. So don't do it. Yeah.
Cool. It's been a pleasure having you on the podcast, Mrs. Rushmer.
Fucking liar.
I'm not a liar. It's been
No.
good. Well done. I think it's been some gold, actually.
I thought it was going to be funnier. I thought we were really funny. And what I've learnt about us is we're not that funny.
Well, we'll see.
We're actually quite average.
We're bang
Which is really
average.
annoying, isn't
really
it?
boring.
Fuck's sake. That's an average.
All right. Well, we'll leave this average podcast.
We're normal.
Yeah, we'll leave this average podcast. And yeah, before you say anything you might regret.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of It's Not So Lonely at the Top podcast. I hope today's conversation has given you something really valuable, whether it's an idea, a perspective, or even a reminder of your next step. If you enjoyed this episode, please do make sure you follow and subscribe and review with 5-star feedback. I also challenge you to share it with another business owner or leader who needs to hear it. If you want to go deeper, visit inslap.co.uk to find out more about our mastermind community and coaching. Until next time, keep leading, keep growing, and remember, it's not so lonely at the top when you stop trying to climb alone.